Hello again, YouTube. LPlays back for another episode of our Minecraft adventure. So the last episode, we were working on this ugly mess over here that's meant to be a log cabin built into our cliff. So that's the idea that we're going with. I still like the idea. Just after the last episode, I was taking a sort of look at this and having a bit of a think about it, and I don't really like how it's turning out. So I am gonna tear the whole thing down and start again. I have been sort of having a look at some pictures online and some of the sort of log cabins that people have built, trying to get ideas. I think I'm going to slightly change it a little bit, get some glass in there, hopefully make it look a little bit nicer than it's starting to look at the moment. It's not too bad, it's not terrible, I just wasn't really liking the way it was turning out, so we are going to sort of rip that down and hopefully fix it. That's the plan anyway. So this episode we're gonna make some proper progress on the house. For real, I promise. Just let me rip these down. Okay, cool. I still like this this big log beam idea inside the house. I don't know why, but I just think that's really cool, like holding up the roof. When we get inside, we'll add some sort of support beams and stuff like that to make the interior look all cozy as well. I did a bit of more mess making on this box house over here. Put some vines on it, put a bit more mud on the top just to make it look a little bit more like a hill and a little bit less like an ugly box in the middle of the beautiful landscape. Right, okay, so the first thing we're going to do for this place is, I think I'm going to have a beam either side of the door. So I still want to keep that, so that can stay. Let's go 4 up for now, and we'll do the same on the other side. And then I think what I'm going to do above the door is have some glass panels, some windows. So let's go for... I might change these out to the thin sort of glass panels in the long term, but for now I'm just trying to get an idea of how it's going to look. Yeah, so we're going to go up a little bit taller as well. So the way I was initially thinking was just sort of here, and then with the roof sort of coming out here, but it looks kind of squashed and a bit too square, so I didn't really like that idea. I am going to go a little bit higher up, which is cool because it will look a little bit more grandiose than what I initially had in mind. But yeah, at the same time it is going to look probably a little bit less natural than the cliff compared to what I was originally going for. But like I say, it wasn't turning out the way I had in mind, so I've decided to change it a little bit. Not too much, still going for the same sort of general overall idea, so it should still be happy with it once that gets built. Yeah, so we want to have, just trying to think, I'm going to put some big windows in here, I think. Yeah, nice big windows either side of the door with these big support beams holding it up. I think that's going to look pretty cool. At least I hope it's going to look cool. Let me just see how that's looking from the inside. Okay, so we need to get rid of this. Yeah, so since the last video was uploaded as well, I have actually noticed now that I've been getting a few comments coming through, which is absolutely fantastic. I was kind of holding my breath, sort of waiting for that first comment to come in so I could actually interact with some people that are watching the video that aren't my girlfriend. So I've had a few comments in now, which was really cool. A few people sort of saying they like the channel and want me to keep it up. Definitely planning on making lots and lots more videos. For this series, it's one that I'm hoping will just keep on going for a sort of long time. Definitely Minecraft in some form or other will always be a part of this channel. Well, definitely for the sort of for the foreseeable future anyway, unless there are some drastic changes or I suddenly grow to hate the game, which I doubt is going to happen. It's always going to be a game that I want to play, and it's always going to be a game that's there with stuff to do. You know, it's not going to be a game that I can sort of complete or anything like that. So definitely going to keep the videos coming. Really sort of excited to have a few comments and people liking the video and sort of letting me know that they like it. So that was awesome. So yeah, if anyone is watching, I really do sort of mean it when I say feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you've got ideas for things that I can do. Even if it's sort of stuff to do with this build or anything else around here, or even if it's just more general stuff for games that you might want to see me play in the future. It's really cool to sort of have that interaction with people. makes it a bit less awkward as well when I'm videoing, because it's kind of like, now I know there's a few people watching. It's not many, but it's still not just me talking to myself like a crazy person anymore, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is looking a little bit more characterful than what we were going with before. So I'm going to have a sort of beam across here, and then I'm thinking like some more sort of glass panel above, kind of like an old style wooden church type thing at the top is what I've got in mind for this at the moment. We'll see how it turns out. I'm definitely feeling this idea more than the one I started in the last episode. I kind of knew as I was building it, I was like, yeah, I don't really like where this is going. But then I was kind of obviously like on camera, so I was trying to think, if I am going to change it, I'm not going to come up with an idea right now, so let's just sort of keep going with it. But yeah, now I've had a bit of time to think about it, I'm going to hopefully make something that's a little bit nicer. So what I actually want to do here, I want to have a beam coming across, sort of supporting the top. So let's just do that. Get rid of this dirt. It's gone forever. Yeah, so we'll have a beam coming across, sort of supporting the top here, then some, maybe like another really big window on the top. It was looking, I wasn't really sure exactly what it was I didn't like about it before, but now I'm sort of building this, I'm thinking it was just too much wood. The glass sort of breaks it up a bit more, so it's a little bit nicer on the eyes. One of the other things I was thinking as well since the last episode, which would be really cool if I could get your guys' opinion on, was the generic sort of vanilla texture pack in Minecraft is a bit gross. I don't want to sort of slate it too much. Obviously, we all sort of love the game, but there are some really nice texture packs out there that sort of make even simple buildings look just so much nicer to look at, and a lot more sort of interesting as well when you're building. So I have sort of asked on Twitter, and I am sort of having a bit of a think about potentially putting on some sort of texture pack to make things look a little bit nicer. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know some people are sort of really adamant that they only sort of want to stick to vanilla Minecraft. I've only ever played vanilla Minecraft, so I've never had texture packs on or mods or anything like that before. I don't think I want to go for any mods in this series, but texture pack is something I'm considering, just to make things look a little bit more prettier. That should sort of counterbalance my terrible building skills a bit as well. So yeah, if you guys do want to sort of see a cool texture pack on, or if you've got an idea of any good ones that you could suggest, that's something I'm sort of thinking about in a minute, so it'd be cool to hear your views in the comments below this video, or like I say on Twitter. The link to my Twitter page should be in the videos as well now, so you guys can sort of reach me on there, and I should be able to get in touch with you and comment back. One thing I will say about the YouTube videos is, at the moment, I don't seem to be getting any notifications through to say that I've got comments. So I noticed today, just sort of looking at my videos on the channel, that there were comments on there, so I had to go into the videos to see them. I don't know how long they'd been there, but I hadn't sort of got any notification to flag that up. So if I have taken a while to come back to someone, I apologise for that. I'm trying to make sure I always do come back to anyone that comments, but like I say, for some reason didn't get any notification. I'll have to have a play around with the settings, and I'm sure I'll figure out how to turn that on, because there must be a way, just haven't figured it out yet. So yeah, texture pack, if you've got any cool ideas, if you know anyone that sort of does cool texture packs, or any other videos that you've seen with really nice texture packs, let me know and I'll have a look, and we can sort of have a think about putting one on in the future. I've got to figure out how to actually put one on as well, but first let's decide if we want one, and then we'll sort of figure out the rest as we go. Okay, cool, so that's a little bit nicer. Still definitely needs, I think it definitely needs to be taller. I don't like it. It looks, it's Minecraft, so everything's square, but it looks a bit too square if it's just like this. Let's have a think. So we'll have those beams coming up a little bit more, I think. I like the beams, they're looking good, so let's extend that on either side. Hopefully, sort of watching this, you guys will get my thought process behind what I'm doing. I did sort of stop halfway through building in the last one, but like I say, that's because I wasn't really sure I liked it, and I didn't want to just sort of carry on for the sake of it. But now I've got a bit of a better idea in mind. Thought it'd be cool to let you guys sort of see how I go through the process and what I'm thinking when I place blocks where. So I'm thinking these beams, extend these up, just so it looks a bit more as if they're actually built in and the others are laid on top supporting it. How's that looking? Yeah, it definitely needs to go higher. I'm thinking for the roof, I'm kind of thinking some steps going up, so it is a bit sort of, what's the word, angular, not just a flat roof. So I'll probably do that with steps and then put some window in the middle. Just trying to think how I want to do it. Actually, I'm kind of thinking maybe come out a little bit so it looks less flat. That could be quite cool. Let's put the steps on, and then maybe once we've got the roof shape, I'll extend the roof out a little bit, but I'll leave the actual building at the bottom still quite square, because I do still want it to have that kind of cabiny feel. I don't want it to be like a massive church or a bit too grand for our sort of start at home. Don't want to get too carried away to begin with. Yeah, so let's start thinking about the roof. So that's another thing I have done off camera for you guys as well. I've been getting lots more supplies because it was getting a bit confusing, me just sort of running around every time I'm trying to do something, because I realise, oh god, I haven't got any supplies, so let's go and get some wool, let's go and get some wood. So I've tried to do a bit more of that off camera. Some people probably like to see everything. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I was just thinking it's a bit more interesting if I'm doing a bit more, making a bit more progress in the videos rather than just collecting resources the whole time. I know that can be, when I've seen videos that do that, it can be a little bit tedious, but I guess, you know, that's sort of down to preference. Right, let me have a think about this. So let's go for, let's make some steps. I'm probably going to need a lot of steps, aren't I, to do this. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, that'll do for now. God, this is going to be tricky. I don't think I've actually bothered to build a proper curved roof before. I do normally go for little square box houses, which is terrible. Right, so let's get these steps on here. So yeah, like I say, with the steps I'm thinking pointed roof. I don't want it to go too high, so if I build it and it looks a bit too steep, which will probably happen with the steps, I might try and point it up a little and then maybe flatten the top so it doesn't look too tall and pointy. And then I'm thinking sort of build the roof coming out this way a bit more as well, so it extends above the base of the house. Maybe sort of have a little another floor in the top that comes out on here. Maybe even a little tiny balcony with some fence posts. That would look pretty cool if I can actually build it. Yeah, I'm liking the idea of this. I'm feeling a lot more positive about this than I was in the last episode. That I was just thinking, God, I'm terrible at building. But it has been quite a long time since I've actually bothered to try and build it in Minecraft. It's been a long time since I've played at all, and normally when I've played, I've not been too into the actual sort of trying to build stuff that looks pretty. I've always sort of, to be honest, I've normally gone for sort of more contemporary stuff, so just like a big glass house with all wood flooring kind of thing, which is a bit more modern than what I'm trying to go for in this series. So I have got to get used to actually putting a bit more time and effort into what I'm building, I think. Right, how do we go about this? This should be the easiest way to do it, right? Just put some dirt down and place these on. I need to be careful I don't go too high up on one side and then have to knock it down for the other side. God, I can already tell this is looking... Actually, no, that's not... I'm thinking this kind of height. I don't know if I want to go all the way up. Let's see how it looks. If it does look a bit too pointy, I think it's going to look worse as well, because the base of the house is so sort of squat. You know, it's quite short and wide, so having a really long pointy roof on the top is just going to look really bizarre. We're out of dirt. Let's use this. Oh, so I figured out as well, I don't know if you remember, a few episodes ago, I was hitting what I thought was dirt with a shovel, and it was taking a long time to break. Turns out that's a new block that wasn't in the game the last time I played, and that's granite. It looks a lot like dirt, just a little bit lighter. So you have to forgive me for that. I was kind of probably looking like an idiot to you guys that knew what that was. I was just thinking, why can't I get through this dirt block? But yeah, it turns out it wasn't dirt at all. It's a completely new block that I had no idea existed. Oh god. Right, I want to put some, definitely want windows in here. I'm not sure exactly how I'll shape the windows here. I'll just put these in for now and then I'll figure that out as I go. But since I need to stand on something anyway, might as well make it the glass. Yeah, this is much better. So hopefully this episode you guys can tell I'm a little bit more organised than I have been in the first few. Like I say, I've just been sort of finding my feet and just getting used to remembering that I actually need to go and collect resources before I can start building stuff. So hopefully I've done a lot of that now and we can start cracking on with making stuff. Oh, this is really quite high. Don't know if I want it to look. I definitely don't want to have the glass going all the way up there. So let's put some oak blocks back in. We'll go this way, I think. And then put the last. So that would be, if we go with this shape, this is what it's going to look like. So let's have a see how that is. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I might take it down one more level and then sort of square that off. But yeah, hopefully that's looking a lot more interesting than what I put up in the last episode. Like I say, it just wasn't feeling what we did before. Hopefully now this is a bit more interesting. I think it looks a lot cooler, and I'm much happier with it. And we've made some progress, so some real progress. So that's good. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. I'm quite happy with how that's looking at the moment. Obviously, I've still got to finish it off. There's going to be a lot more work in the sort of detail. I want to have some cool like fence posts, and if there's a way to sort of make plant pots and stuff on the outside, I'm going to do that. Maybe a little platform out onto the water as well. So it will look a lot cooler when it's done. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a good start for now. So come back for the next episode, and we'll carry on. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.